Most journeys begin with a drive, but this is all about the place. You see, Australians think that Bathurst is just Mount Panorama and the big race. But when you spend a little bit of time here, you'll see there's way more to this place than just motorsport. It was Australia's first inland settlement, the home of the gold rush, industry, and many generations that have made this place their home. Over the next few days, we're going to look at the stories that have stood the test of time. And we're going to do it in this, the Zeekr 7X. Drives Car of the Year for medium SUV under $60,000. Not to review it, just to see how a car like this fits into this trip. You see, the best cars don't demand attention. They merely make the journey way more enjoyable.
This has just been a really, really pleasant journey.
As promised, I'm going to let the Gran Turismo stretch its legs.
Bathurst. Just the name is enough to make most Australians think of V8 race cars, of Peter Brock, of Mount Panorama. And while you can drive the iconic racetrack, there's so much more to the regional New South Wales city, even if you aren't into cars. Located about 160 kilometres west of Sydney, Bathurst is home to about 45,000 people, all of whom are brilliant. Due to the number of schools, TAFEs and universities in the area. There are historic buildings, botanic gardens and plenty of other things to see and do. Well, we're just arriving in Bathurst. I'm very excited to get out, stretch my legs, have a wander around. And I'm not usually a museum kind of guy, but there's a very cool one in town that you just have to take in. So if you ever find yourself in Bathurst and you want to take a trip back, say maybe a few million years, comes with the Australian Fossil and Mineral Museum. First opened in 2004 and is the home to a Warren Somerville collection, which means there's fossils and mineral specimens from all around the world. But the real showstopper has to be the Tyrannosaurus Rex skeleton. Yes, you heard me, there's a full T-Rex here in Bathurst. Now, the building itself also has some history. It used to be the Bathurst Primary School and it was built in 1876, but when the school became too big, they decided it was a perfect place to home these wonderful dinosaurs. So, if you want to find yourself some fossils, some minerals, and one or two dinosaurs while you're down here in Bathurst, I think it's a pretty good way to spend the afternoon. One thing I found about the Zeekr is this is comfort personified. This is a really luxurious ride for a very unluxurious price. I haven't driven many electric cars, but the Zeekr, finding with this the amount of power under the foot instantly is what's going to get you out of trouble very quickly. Our next stop is Abercrombie House. This historic homestead was built in 1870 with the current owners spending the past 50 years restoring it. I don't think they fitted an EV charger though. The house feels like a time capsule and literally transports you back through over 150 years of history. We're going to catch up with the Morgan family who have owned Abercrombie House since 1969. Well, Christopher, I'd like to start by probably something you've never heard before. Wow. This place is absolutely something special. Can you give me a brief insight into the history of this place?
Yeah, Chris, I have heard wow before. And in fact, I get up some mornings and stand in the front field and just go, oh, goodness me, you know, when I look back at the house, because it's incredible. It has that wow factor. It all began, though, in the 1830s. This was a farm at the very beginning of the opening up of the interior of New South Wales to colonial settlement, after, of course, the great history of the Wiradjuri people for that eons of time that came before it. The Wiradjuris, by burning the landscape seasonally for 10, maybe 20,000 years, opened up the landscape into a great grassy plain And that's why Bathurst is where it is, because the arriving Britons saw it through their English eyes as a great parkland. And into that parkland came all sorts of people, including the Stuart family from Caithness in Scotland. They were a military family. They got a land grant here and then bought a whole lot more country and set up a great farm. And in the 1850s and 1860s, James and Harriet Stuart, the second generation of that family, made great wealth and were able to celebrate their success, I guess, and their Scottishness by building this huge Scottish baronial manor house, a great pile made of granite. And it flourished after that, and it was always a great landmark. But like all things, they rise and fall, and this house went into decline in the middle of the 20th century. And then my mother and father came to Bathurst when I was 6, and my parents stood in the front field, saw this house, realised that it was a great treasure. And the Stuart family knew it was too, but they also knew that it needed a lifetime's work to bring it back. And so that's how we came to be here.
And your father had the wonderful insight as soon as he bought it to close it down, restore it, then open it to the public. How's that been received?
We arrived in January 1969. Everyone in Bathurst, all the locals were saying, oh, we'd love to see inside, and what are you going to do with it? And my father said, I'll take some guided tours through it. And I think on Easter Saturday 1969, 400 people turned up to see inside the house. And my dad said, well, let's always open it if people are interested. As long as they want to see it, let's open it and share it.
Just finished breakfast at the Hub Cafe, and I have to say, wow, wow, wow. Produce so fresh, so clean. Tronky Creek bacon is a must. The chorizo, you have to try it. The coffee beans roasted locally. Couldn't get fresher, couldn't get more local if you tried. On to the next place. Now, I know the Zeekr is classed as a medium-sized SUV, but this is big. This is really big inside. A lot bigger than it looks from the outside. Now, here's a misconception about electric cars. You don't want to drive too far because you're worried about the range. Not anymore. $44 to fill it up. Took me 20 minutes, and I can go anywhere I like. I can see for miles and miles and miles and miles and miles. While our Zeekr is rear-wheel drive, it doesn't stop us from pulling off the blacktop to pop into Oakhill Estate glasshouse cabins. These stunning private accommodation escapes offer uninterrupted views of the Bathurst countryside, or on a clear night, billions of stars above. There's everything you need for a quiet or a romantic getaway. Erin, this place is absolutely fantastic. How long have you had this place for?
We're going into our 3rd year now.
Yeah. And what sparked you to come up here to the top of the hill and create this magnificent mindset?
Well, after COVID, we wanted to do something different, and we were thinking about cabins, and we just wanted to find a beautiful view. So we found it here.
Have you always had this in mind, cabins on the top of a hill? Has it always been your dream?
Yeah, and when we went and stayed at other places, I just thought, wouldn't it be great to lay in bed and look at the stars at night?
And how did you even find this place, up that wonderful dirt road which brings you to this fantastic location?
It was just by accident, really. We weren't looking in Bathurst, but then it popped up in our feed and we're like, why not? We'll go and have a look. And as soon as we drove up the hill, we just knew. The view was just amazing.
And how many cabins do you have?
We've got 2 that are running and we're building a 3rd.
And there's an ambition for a 4th?
Maybe, yes. We'll see how the 3rd goes and we might do a 4th.
If there's one thing that you could say that your visitors tell you, what would that be?
Just the peace, just the quiet, you know, just escaping the hustle and bustle and, yeah, just recharging, I guess.
So, Erin, tell me, what does the future hold for Oakhill Glasshouse Estate?
Well, the 3rd one, we're really excited. It's going to be all accessible, so everyone can experience it, which we're super excited about.
That's going to be absolutely magnificent. So when can we come back
we're hoping it'll be ready for June.
So June 2026, we're coming back.
Definitely. Yeah, please do.
I wasn't quite sure the Zeekr could handle some of the off-road stuff. Was I surprised? Absolutely, I was surprised. This has handled every single thing that I've thrown at it this trip. The Zeekr 7X rear-wheel drive is priced from $57,900 before on-road costs, and features a 75 kilowatt-hour battery pack and a 480 kilometer range. Power is through the rear wheels with an impressive 310 kilowatt output available. And for some Bathurst-friendly math, that's more than the last 6.2-litre V8 Holden Commodore. There's a stack of room for passengers, plenty of space in the boot, and a level of technology to rival the Starship Enterprise.
Traditionally, a novated lease was a perk only big corporations could offer. But Ollie's changed the game by making novated leasing available to more Australians, no matter how small the business they work for. A novated lease lets you bundle your car payments and most running costs into one regular payment that's automatically taken from your pay. Plus, thanks to the Ollie app, you can manage your novated lease anywhere, anytime. So to find out more about Ollie and novated leasing, visit ollie.com.au.
If you want to talk about feeling safe in a car, then the Zeekr could be the car for you. It's built really well, it feels. It goes great, it goes forever, and it's cheap to run, and it was cheap to buy. Doesn't sound right, does it? But it fits. Hidden in the hills near Bathurst and considered Australia's oldest surviving gold rush town is Sofala. And in 1851, along the Turon River there, the first gold was found. And within months, thousands of wannabe miners ascended on this tiny little spot to try and get a piece of the pie. But sadly, as the gold dried up, so did their desire to stick around. So what we're left with is the town that time forgot, the small houses, the narrow streets, and around 100 full-time residents. But it hasn't stopped the tourism. People still come here from far and wide to have a feel about what it would be like within that era. And they still pan the Turon River looking for that ever-elusive gold nugget of their own. If you haven't heard of Zekr, the all-electric brand is part of the giant Geely Group, who also own Volvo, Lotus and Polestar, among others. The 7X is the brand's first mid-size SUV, and in this specification
Can be had in any one of 4 colours.
there's a 5-star ANCAP safety rating and a 5-year unlimited kilometre warranty as well. Next up, Reckless Brewing Company, a boutique brewery that was started by a few friends in a historic and heritage-listed flour mill. These sound like my kind of friends. There's nothing better to sign off a long day of driving than a cold drink and a laugh with your mates. So Jared, I want you to take me all the way back to the start. What inspired you to launch Reckless Brewing back in 2019?
Well, it starts where every one of these starts. You're sitting around drinking, going, you know what? We should open a bar.
We can do this better.
We should start a brewery. And most people, the next morning, sanity prevails, the hangover's there, and reality strikes, and everyone carries on. But we kept going with it. My wife was already a brewer. She was already brewing some great beers. And it's like, well, if this is what you want to do for a living, we'll find a way to make it work.
And the name Reckless Brewing, there's going to be a backstory to this one.
It's a long backstory. It's so we spent 6 months red tape, government paperwork back and forth because you're dealing with alcohol, and the entire time we couldn't agree on a name. There's 3 of us. We kept having these sit downs. We'd veto each other's lists. Nothing there, and we had to register the actual company name the next day. That's it. We have to have a name. So just sitting there, and there's a song playing in the background, and it's Reckless. Don't be so reckless. Australian call, James Rain, and I don't even know which one of us said Reckless.
Take credit. They're not here to take credit.
Yeah, definitely me.
And now you found the perfect venue. In 2022, you opened this place. But it's also got a lot of history behind it. How do you keep the history of that place and coincide with what you're doing in here?
It's difficult. A lot of love, a lot of care, a lot of luck, but it is luck. It was the middle of the lockdowns, and somehow we stumble upon an empty 150-year-old flour mill that had just so much work done to it. But because of all the crazy times, here it was just ready to go. And luck for us, it actually had all the approvals, DA council, everything for a brewery. So as quickly as we could get our gear here, we could open. And it was a no-brainer. So we had these grand plans, a little container bar, tasting room, 20, 30 people. Now I've got a 400-seat restaurant in the middle of town, so...
And you've got more space. I went to the bathroom earlier and got lost on the way back.
It just keeps going.
You've got
up,
more
down,
space
sideways.
to make it even bigger again and put even more things in. Now, you've also, along the way, collected 130 medals, which is extremely impressive. Anyone that knows brewing and anyone that knows beer will know that's very, very impressive. Was there a specific moment for you that said, that's changed it for me? Was there a certain beer or a certain time that's gone, we've cracked this?
It all started with us just brewing beer that we wanted to drink. We just wanted sessionable, tasty, easy drinking beers, and we've always stuck to that philosophy. And not only does it resonate with Australia, it resonates when it comes to judging those styles, and we win all these trophies, so it's amazing.
The way you're moving, it's got me moving my own feet.
If you told me I could get myself a medium-sized SUV, which is on the larger side of medium, for under $60,000 and comfortably fit my wife, my 3 kids in the back, and my dog in the boot, I'd think you needed your head looking at. But you can, and it's called the Zeekr 7X. And this morning, it took me 24 minutes and cost me $44 to fully charge it.
Well, Drive Car of the Year judges were incredibly impressed with the Zeekr 7X, particularly because it feels like a car that, well, exists above its price point. The amount of technology and luxury that you get in this thing for under $60,000 makes it absolutely worthy of your consideration. As an SUV, there's a heap of size, it's tremendously practical, but as an EV, you've got a very long-range battery, and this is one of Australia's fastest charging electric vehicles, making that, well, electric ownership a far more manageable thing. The only downside, though, is the Zeekr dealer footprint. There's only a few Zeekr dealers around, and we're not sure what that's going to be like a few years down the track. That said, that's not enough to turn judges away from this car. It really is a very impressive SUV, and it's why it won the 2026 Drive Car of the Year award for the best medium SUV, priced under $60,000. Now, of course, if there's anything more you want to know about the Zeekr 7X or the Drive Car of the Year awards in total, head on over to drive.com.au.
Regional New South Wales is such a beautiful place. It may entice you to host an important event here, like a wedding. This is Clifton Woolshed, another historic building repurposed for a new generation. It's now an intimate function venue for weddings, parties, and, well, just about anything. There's a bar, a dance floor, and plenty of history with a stone fireplace, original wooden beams, and, of course, these iconic barn doors. Well, I'm here with Brewing, who's the owner of Clifton Woolshed, and a very, very impressive venue it is. How long has this been open, and how long have you owned it for?
Thank you. We've owned it for about 3 years. We moved here from Hartley, and it's been open now for about 6 months.
And what made you make the move out here?
I've always wanted to do a wedding venue, and we came out and looked at, we live over the road at a historic old inn, and I came out and had a look and fell in love with it and decided, I talked my husband into converting the Woolshed into a wedding venue.
And how's the wedding venue going? We're set up here for a beautiful wedding this weekend,
yes,
belonging to...
Yes, very special, my daughter, Abrielle. So yes, we're getting ready. It's going great. Because we've just started, we've only had, this is about 4, and then we've got back-to-back weddings from now on. So very exciting times.
I've had a walk round. My nameplate isn't down there, but I'm assuming that's just a mistake, so I'll put it down as technical error.
Yep.
But what's it like being a business owner in rural New South Wales?
It's good. We love it. We love it here, close to Bathurst. We're finding the weddings that we've got booked are all local all local couples, which is interesting. We will need to really get out into the Sydney market, and people need to come out and have a look at sort of rural, especially, we love Bathurst Orange, because once you get here, we've got so much to offer.
It is a wonderful venue, but what would you call that's your point of difference from everywhere else?
I think when you get to Loxley and you drive into it, it's just beautiful. It's all the scenery, all the poplars. We've got the creek that runs down the back. Obviously, this sort of woolshed. We can cater up to 130 people, so it's quite good. We have the ceremonies here as well on site. So that's beautiful under like 100-year-old trees. So yeah, I feel we've got everything.
I think I said that to you when we first met. I said the drive in here is something you would never, ever get sick of. It's beautiful.
Yes, that's exactly right. It is beautiful, and all different times of year. Like now it's gorgeous, we've just had some rain, but we're gonna come into the autumn, and then when the poplars change and they go the yellow, it's just divine.
Sometimes the best journey is the ones that you don't rush, where getting to the destination isn't the only reason why you travel. Bathurst, Sofala, Lithgow, places shaped by time, by people, and by the land itself. Driving through them made me realise that so many stories lie beyond the highway, and how easily they can be missed, unless you slow down and you take time to notice them. I mean, maybe that's what makes a great road trip. It's not just about getting somewhere. It's about seeing everything that lives in between. And I got to do it all in the Zeekr 7X. Quiet, comfortable, quick, and great value for money. I'm Kris Smith, this is Drive TV, and you've just watched a journey through one of the most historic regions of New South Wales.
Welcome to Drive. How can I help you?
Buy the right car right now at drive.com.au.